Hey YouTube, how you going? Welcome to another video. We are going to continue on with our testing with using ChatGPT's new projects feature. By the time this video gets released, it probably will be, well, it's the 17th of December today when I'm recording this, and I've got a little bit of a backlog of videos to release, so probably a little bit later on than that. So I know for most people by then projects aren't going to be super new, so you might have already seen some other videos, but hey, we're testing it out. So what we've got is the kind of front end of our application, working in a very rudimentary way, but what we've got is if you want to create a new note in this of our knowledge bank system, you can type in title, obviously. So if we just go test, body test, and when you search for a folder like marketing, it brings up examples of folders that you've already got. Same thing with tags, test. Now what you do is, though, if you come over here to source type, it doesn't allow you to do that same functionality, right? You have to create it each time. So what we want to do is tell ChatGPT that we want to replicate that source type functionality, because we do have this endpoint for get all source types, which basically allows you to see which sources already exist. So to do that, we're going to go into our project files here, and I'm just going to think about what new files ChatGPT might need. What we're probably going to do is we're going to actually, this is going to be a little bit frustrating, so I'm going to have to remove all of these, not the endpoints, not that, not pagination, maybe task sidebar, because we need to make sure it's got the most up-to-date files. So this is a little bit not as good as Claude, just as a comparison, like we're testing out the two. At least in Claude, if you go to projects and you want to delete multiple files, you can kind of select all down the side here and then delete many in one go. This is a little bit frustrating that you have to do it that way, but hey, right, it is what it is. So we're going to add our files back in. What we're going to need to do is add in from from features, notes, we'll add in all of those again, including our create note modal. We will also add in features. Let's add in tags, so it knows tag. Let's also add in folders, and then let's add in backend dashboard as well. Now I think we can probably get away with not having to give it our backend. Let's give it those. See, projects can't contain more than 20 files. That's a real letdown. 1, 2, 3. Alright, there's easy more than 20 there. Okay, so ChatGPT, not cool. Alright, anyway, what we're going to do is we will tell it in our features, notes, create note modal. You have access. You are currently helping me write the front end for an application in React. In your create note modal.jsx component, you will see that tags. So what I want to do is say, where's tags? Yeah, folder autocomplete. Where's this folder autocomplete? I should give it that folder autocomplete. Actually, what can we get rid of? Oh no, it has folder autocomplete. See that it calls another component called folder autocomplete as a user types in name of the folder, i.e. if there is an existing folder called marketing as the user types in MAR, it shows that as an option to select. If the option doesn't exist, then the user can create that folder with that name. On the second part of the process for creating a new node, the user can create a source. On the source, there is a field called SourceType. SourceType. We want to allow this. We want to provide this same functionality so that existing sources, source types, are displayed to the user. So to do this, to help with this, we have the following endpoint, which returns data like this. Then for source types, yeah, I meant to pass in the color. Let's just, yeah, for now source type color can always be the same. Okay. If a new source type needs to be created, we can call a post request to this endpoint. Where we need to pass in the following data. Here, source type name would be the input the user types. For source type color, we should always pass it in as hash 00. I know we won't do that later on, but for now that'll do. Remember, when writing this functionality, we are using tan stack query for our API. And before you right. So features, sources, it is figuring out that we are going to have a new folder, which is good. So sources. And in this, we are going to create a new file called usessourcetypes.js. Actually, I should bring this over here. So use source types. Just check one thing. That looks fine to me. Okay, use source types. Doesn't, presumably is this in the same folder? Doesn't specify. Source type. What doesn't it like? It's fine. then create note modal. We need to bring in our source types import. Let's import that, and then in source type, source type, we just replace this, copy this whole div, save, and theoretically that should work. Okay, it's added this weird styling. Next, title, random, source type. So source type, we should have actually YouTube video. There we go. Publication, test, create. Okay, and then yeah, it's still showing the string. One thing it's not doing is if we go to folder autocomplete. Actually, if we look here, there's folder source type. Existing tags. Yeah, we need to, where's the folder? Autocomplete. So in this component, just bring this over here. So in folder autocomplete, input a search or create a source type, suggestions drop down. Let's test that functionality. So new source type. It's annoying how you have to enter. Yeah, because okay. So in the rate. Similarly, so first impressions so far of using ChatGPT projects is it's certainly, it still strikes me as being better placed for simpler, less comprehensive code. You know, a lot of the time it doesn't provide you with the whole file again. It certainly doesn't seem as polished as Claude. I would say, and maybe at some point we can do a more detailed test, but I would say if we pass that same query to Claude and said, hey, we've got this component, we want to write a similar one, it would have already done like that out of the box, you know, being able to select a folder by clicking on it and have it appear there. It seems that ChatGPT projects kind of takes the easy option and it's like, okay, well, you didn't specifically say you wanted that, so why bother? Obviously, it's a fairly simple fix, but it is just another prompt. Where I see value with projects is I've only been writing code for a little bit, but we haven't seen any folder issues. We haven't seen any message limits or anything to suggest that we're going to run out of messages. So potentially you could work across Claude and ChatGPT. Obviously, the smaller number of files with ChatGPT projects means you probably can't work with the whole code base, which is annoying. But on the positive, again, it was able to fix our bugs. So what do? You can't complain too much on that front. All right, source type. So YouTube, awesome. You can select it. Let's create. Whoop, I didn't mean to do that. Let's create a new one called what's something really specific? Instagram post. That's weird how it has it twice. Why does it do that? Don't know. And it's not displaying it. Ah, man, see, seriously, like, it's really annoying. Create. Okay. Something not happening. Title. Type. Yeah, inspect. Oh, god damn it. Inspect, console. Note. Just. Yeah, it's not picking up source type. So annoying. Copy object. Okay. So when I actually. Look at it. So use folders. So what has to happen is this source type needs to be saved before the note is created. Because you can't create a new source type directly. Components. Source type's not even there. So if we go back to our controller, create or find source, there it is. Sorry. Can create a source. Maybe we don't need that separate API endpoint, actually, thinking about it. Not that it's wasted, we can use that separately to create, I forgot we did this. We can use that separately to create a source for another aspect of our code, another aspect of our application, like on the front end. There will be like a management section where you can create source types and that kind of thing, create tags, whatnot. I'd forgotten about that, no. And what I'd really want to do is just pass in the functionality all in one go and just have AI fix it all for me. What I am interested in though is, add new note, create or find source, create or find folder. But on the front end, are we not? No, we're only using use folders to fetch a source type. Yeah, okay. My mistake. Okay, so new note. Source type. Yeah. Okay, my mistake. This is what happens when you don't write code for a while. Okay, my mistake. That's my mistake. I completely forgot about that. I'm going to leave that use create source type there because as I said we'll use it later on. Source type autocomplete, so this is going to change. So copy that. Alright, and then in create modal, just need to update this. Alright, so here, new note. What are we calling this? I'm running out of note ideas. Maybe we just go with note 10 test. Don't need to worry about folders or tags. Source title, source 10, publication, so YouTube. All right, great, that selects it. And then what if we create a new one like Instagram? It's weird. Why won't it? Okay, yeah, cool. Publication. Okay, my Insta. Blah blah blah. Right, create. Hit refresh. There it is. There's the source type. Again, still displaying as the ID. Happy days. And then actually what we can do is if we go over here and we go, let's log in the user, copy this, and then get all source types, headers, change the bearer token to that and hit send. We should have Instagram D. Does look like those other ones were being created separately, which makes sense because that API endpoint was working fine. It was just the create new API that wasn't working properly because we weren't passing in all of the fields that expected. Awesome. And it's obviously logged us out. Just quickly log back in. Get that. Copy. Test. Alrighty, so we are making progress there. I'm going to wrap the filming of this just 1 second because what we're going to do is we're going to commit some code. And we will wrap the video there. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.